Okay, so a while ago, like a few days, what day was it? I don't remember. Clay and I watched Godzilla versus Megalon. And I will be completely honest. The first half of the movie, I wasn't super paying attention. I was shiny hunting. I got a pair of shiny Mimikyu. I got a shiny Alolan Raichu that I nicknamed Choco Thunder. I thought that was neat. I really like that. We also didn't watch this movie subbed. It was dubbed. So we've been watching them on DVD, except for the last couple, because it's honestly a real pain in the ass to actually get the DVDs out of the, out of the collection, because it's not just like you hit the thing and take them out. They're kind of stuck in there. So, they're all on HBO Max. We've just been watching them on HBO Max. The last few have been subbed. Megalon was dubbed, and it was dubbed only. And mostly it was fine, not great. The kid's voice I thought was particularly bad. But when it came to the first half of the movie, it's like, alright, there's the people of Atlantis. I don't remember what they called it. It was like CeeLo or some shit. It's Atlantis. Want to go to war with the people on the surface. And there's a guy who's built a human who's built a robot. So they want to... Why did I say it like that? Robot. It's robot or robot. Robot. Something like that. He's built a robot. And they want to steal his robot and use it to make an army so they can go fight the surface. And also make this giant cockroach monster, Megalon, as their fighter. I don't know why they need both. I assume their thing is just like, look, if we gotta deal with Godzilla, let's make an army of robots like to fight humanity, and this will be our champion to fight Goji. Okay. And it's fine. It's not great. It's really silly, but it's fine. Like the previous movie, Godzilla vs. Gigan, the second half of the movie is basically a giant kaiju fight. We've got Jet Jaguar, which is the robot, goes to Monster Island, talks to Godzilla, so Godzilla starts swimming over to go fight Megalon, and Jet Jaguar starts fighting Megalon. Again, this big cockroach Heracross thing that's just shooting lasers from his horn. You remember in Gigan, when Ingurius was coming onto the land, and they got all these guns with this electric ray, and it fends Ingurius off. So they try to do the same thing to Megalon. He just blows that shit up. It's like, okay, like, I mean, Ingurius has always got a job, but, like, damn, Megalon's proving how weak Ingurius is. Partway through, so he starts fighting Jet Jaguar, and then partway through, Gigan just appears where Atlantis is like, yes, like, from space or whatever, they're lending us Gigan. So Gigan just shows up. And the two of them start teaming up and curb stomping Jet Jaguar. And then Godzilla shows up. And the whole fight is like a WWE match. Like, you got the event between Jet Jaguar in this corner, and then in this corner. I mean, that's maybe more boxing. But at the other side is Megalon. And, oh, it's Gigan out of nowhere! And, like, Gigan just runs into the ring, hits Jet Jaguar, and then the two of them start beating the shit out of them. And then out of nowhere, you get the theme music. Because everyone has, like, their own theme entrance music, too. There, it's Godzilla, JR! And then Godzilla comes into the ring, and he's posturing, and he's talking shit. And he helps up his buddy, and it's a 2v2 tag match. And then they have the fucking tag team match full of, like, shit talking and, like, Megalon throwing grenades that get slapped back to him, and Godzilla and Jet Jaguar get surrounded by fire, and Gigan and Megalon at one point, like, actually dap each other up. I think at one point they tag out. It is just a giant WWE match. And in the last movie, half the movie was a fight, but the fight was terrible, and the monsters were, like, really static and not doing much, and it was boring. Here, they have so much personality, they have so much movement, It's so fun! This was awesome! There's still some stock footage of, like, Gigan doing shit, and you're like, alright, I mean, it's not the best, but it is what it is. The movie ends with the drop kick. It's one of the most famous scenes in a Godzilla movie, where the way it comes across, too, is, like, Godzilla's just like, dude, Jet Jaguar, hold him up, I got a fucking idea. And runs back, and Jet Jaguar's holding up Megalon, and then the tail slide drop kick, and then they just do it again. And then Megalon, like, runs back to Atlantis after getting his ass beat. It's a ton of fun. Oh, also, I forgot. Jet Jaguar is human-sized, and then at one point just grows to get bigger, because why not? And then the movie ends with them playing Jet Jaguar's theme, and it's goofy as sin, and it's great. I've heard some people say, it's like, alright, monsters we want to see in the Monsterverse. Destroya, Hedorah, Biollante. I would now like to throw Gigan in there. I don't know if I've heard many people say anything about Gigan. I would love to see Jet Jaguar. I've heard people say, it's like, man, we need someone to fucking build Jet Jaguar the Monsterverse. I think that's kind of all I really have to say. Just like, in summary, movie is exceedingly goofy, even for a Godzilla movie, but it's so fun. It really works. Is it my favorite? No. Is this a contender for the second spot? No. That is still firmly Hedorah. But this one was a lot of fun. We have two left in the Showa era. It's, I think, Goji versus Mechagoji and Terra of Mechagoji. I kind of want to do them as a double feature, like, to go ahead and just finish the era. Like, they're both Mechagodzilla movies, so they're still, like, thematically tied. Excuse me. I don't know if we'll do it as a double feature. I don't know when we're going to watch them. Hopefully sometime soon, maybe next weekend. But, good times.